And you're on.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy, and I'm the founder of Illuminate Psychic Fair and more. Thank you for joining us today. As some of you know, or some of you don't know, we are having our 2020 Psychic Fair at the Coast Capri Hotel at the end of January and the beginning of February. So we're very excited and happy that you are going to join us on this interview because we have two incredible women with us today, Elizabeth Beeds and Colette Marie Stefan, who are our keynote presenters. And now I'd like to bring on Elizabeth Beeds. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here. How are you all doing?
I think that everybody's doing just great. You guys we're very, very excited to have you part of this Illuminate Psychic Fair and more. And you are our keynote presenter. And I'm just going to read a couple of things of what you've done in your lifetime, which is absolutely incredible. You are an inspiring leader, a spiritual teacher, and a wellness practitioner and a holistic business mentor. Through 25 years as a wellness entrepreneur, you have founded Interior Wellness Magazine, Interior Wellness Festival, Mountain Spirit Festival, and the Women's Holistic Business Conference, and the Women's Holistic Business Academy. You also have been a speaker all over North America. Wow, we're so grateful you're part of this. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. Illuminate is a really special event. It's near and dear to my heart, and I love everything that you do, that you put your hands on. And this event that's coming together is going to be a really incredible opportunity for people to transform. So I'm just excited to be involved with you, and I'm excited to be able to be on this live stream. So hi, everybody who's watching. We're going to have fun today.
I think we're going to have great fun. So you are our keynote presenter, and that's happening on January the 30th, which is a Thursday evening, and it's the day before the actual psychic fair. And you are going to be offering Illuminate Your Life, which is very awesome. 7 keys to purpose, passion, and possibilities. Wow. Tell me about that.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm thinking of this lately for people over the past few months as I've started to think about, well, coming into 2020, how many people here are still searching? How many of you watching are still looking for more, aching or longing for more, but not able to find it? I would love if you post in the comments down below this video right now. Are you still searching and seeking? And we have been seeking for so long. Like many of you have been on the path for not just a few years, but some of you, like me, have been on the path of self-realization and awakening and just looking at our own consciousness and healing and all of it for decades. And you're still searching and still seeking. Am I right?
Oh, I think you are totally right. And I think it's a journey. I mean, there was a time in my life when I thought I have arrived, but there is really no arrival. It's a journey. And it's an exciting journey with all its peaks and valleys, even though there are times when it feels like it's not a lot of fun.
It's so true.
Tell us how what your presentation and what these people are going to go away with and how they're going to feel in their heart when they leave, and yeah, share lots of information with us.
Absolutely. We're going to dive into, I just got put to full screen. We're going to dive into what it is that's causing you to seek and where your desire to go to in 2020 is. I love that this event is early on in the year, and especially 2020. Like, what an incredible year for us to step into with our visions and our hearts open. So we're going to start by looking at it. What is our purpose? Like, what is it that we're longing for or desiring, and getting really clear about that. And that's actually something you can all do right now. Imagine that if everything that you think that you want, because there are things that you don't even know that are possible for you, but everything that you think that you want, everything that you're desiring or going for, if you were to get clear about it and actually, for example, write it down. Or do one of those things that everybody does, these vision boards. Do a vision board or write it down or meditate on it. Think about it. What is it that you are desiring in your life? To get clear on it is the first step to actually having it. And what if you didn't ever write it down or say it to somebody, you couldn't ever have it? That's a powerful thought. If you didn't write it down, you couldn't have it. So I'm going to suggest to you all, start writing down your visions. Start writing down your desires, your dreams, your hopes, even those secret longings that you're like, I wish I could have this, but I just feel like I can't. So that's the first thing that we're going to really dive into in the workshop at the end of, when is it? The end of January, January 30th? Is that our date?
Yeah, it's January 30th.
That's the first thing that we're going to dive into, is really clarifying what it is that our desires are and where that's coming from in our hearts and our souls, like where it's coming from and what's it influenced by. So that's our first step. How's that sound?
That sounds amazing. One of the things that I'd like to share too, while you're opening yourself up to this loving heart energy that makes you feel so good inside, is don't share it with everybody, because there's going to be lots of people that are going to say to you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's a silly dream. So really keep this to yourself. This is important that you share it only with your heart until you actually get your feet wet a little bit, and then you can start sharing it.
Yeah. You know what I love about that, Kathy, is that there are friends and family members who all of us have around us who actually just don't get us. Does anybody have that? Like, type in the comments below if you have that. If your partner or your family think you're a bit nuts because you have this vision and a calling for healing and wellness and consciousness and community. That, if you have that feeling of aloneness, and I had that, like growing up as a kid, I thought differently than everybody around me. Like even at like 5, 6 years old, I remember being on the playground, having the thought, where would I be if I didn't land in this body? What country would I be in? What family would I have landed in? And I didn't come from a religious or spiritual upbringing whatsoever. So those thoughts, I don't know where they were coming from, but that's the kind of thoughts I was having from a very young age. And I always felt like a little bit alone. Does anybody else feel that way? Like, I'm sure we're surrounded by people who are, you feel like you think differently or you just believe differently than the people around you. And I love what you just said, Kathy, because it's like, sometimes you're not going to be sharing your stuff with the people who don't believe in and support you. And that's why events like Illuminate are so critical. Like I always say, yay, Leah says she's kind of scared to talk about it. Hey, Leah, it's okay, because there are people around you who don't think that way and you can't convince them. And that's part of the journey that I've learned over the last 25 years or more, is that I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to be anybody's teacher or savior. I'm here to live my life and to discover my own purpose and share things with people who actually are in alignment. And that's why Illuminate is so incredible, because it gathers people who are like-minded. When you have these kind of conversations, you'll have people like nodding and cheering and saying yes. And you know you're in the right place when you're surrounded by those kind of people. That's why I'm so excited for Illuminate.
Yeah, the Illuminate really does offer a safe environment. And so you can walk in there, one person, and leave feeling totally different.
Oh, yeah.
And
You'll come to Illuminate to find your tribe.
Yeah, you find your tribe. Everybody's supportive and loving and caring and super talented. Very, very talented. But back to our keynote presentation, which we were talking about. So you did mention about, writing it down.
Getting clear.
Clear. Yeah.
Right.
So what would be the next step that we would be looking at?
So the next things that we're going to be looking at the talk, I'm going to give you some really tangible tools to walk forward to make 2020 the best year of your life. Not kidding. Like, I'm not just saying like best year of your life. I'm literally saying, if you want 2020 to be the best year ever, and you want to step forward into your purpose, to serve in the way that you're meant to serve. Now, Kathy mentioned one of the things that I really am passionate about teaching is I teach women in business how to find and clarify their purpose and how to reach people with their message and how to really be of service in the world. And then that really filters into all the work that I do. So it's bringing yourself forward. How can you be of incredible service this year, whether you're in business or whether that's service to your family or your community? And it starts with getting your own self centered and clarified and tapping into your own inner wisdom. So this is something that we're going to be doing at that workshop as well. And I'm going to be giving you a whole bunch of tools at that workshop at the Illuminate Fair, but I'm not going to tell you them all today. But I will tell you a couple things. I wanted to tell them a couple little tips. Is that cool, Kathy?
Yeah, very cool.
There's a couple little things that I thought, you know what, if I could give you something that you could walk away with today, so that when I see you all in a few weeks' time, that you've already stepped forward into that. And number one, this is going to sound really, really simple. Drink a whole bunch of water. Like every day, drink more water than you've drank before. It nourishes your cells. If you want to make change in your life, and that's why oftentimes you're coming to an event like Illuminate and you're coming to get motivated and inspired, and you're coming to get new ideas because you want to make change. And one of those things that we start with is starting with our physical health. Is oftentimes we might forget about it. We might say, like, I can do all the spiritual stuff, but remember, you're also in a physical body. So a really simple tip that you can all do right now, type in the comments below if you're going to do it. Drink water. Something so simple as drink water. And if we're talking about like healthy body right now, drink water and eat real food. If you don't know if it's real food, it's not. Like if you have to ask the question, is this real? You wouldn't ask that of an orange or like just some simple rice or bananas or a piece of celery. It's real food. So I'm kind of diverging off of the topic of knowing your passion and your purpose. But I love to start with how can you align your physical body in a way that's getting you ready to align with that. So drink lots of water, eat pure food, and move your body on a daily basis. And then when you come to, hey, how can I actually get into my purpose? How can I actually align with my passion? How can I actually know what's in my way? You've started with your physical body as a temple.
Isn't that the truth? We are a physical being, a spiritual being in a physical body. And in order to really get those messages, we do have to take good care of ourselves. And you are so right about eating real food. So I hope everybody does listen to this message and actually step into that, because there's a big difference when you don't. And you can feel it in your physical body. We try to eat as much organic as possible, but if you can't get that, that's okay too. Just eat it. Just
Real
let it
food.
be real.
Yeah, real
you'll
food.
be fine.
And then when you have that as your base, like you're moving your body, you're eating good food, you're drinking water, it's like when those needs are taken care of in the hierarchy of needs, then you can actually start to, when you're not in pain all the time, you can start to look at, oh, how can I look at what my purpose this year is? How can I pay attention to the calling that's on my heart and my soul? And that's something that we're all going to tap into at Illuminate as well, is what is it that you're being called forth into? Like, what is the calling that you have? What is the thing that keeps you up at night and just makes you feel like you can't not do that thing? You can't not step into who you really are. You can't not say that thing to the person in your life who you need to say it to. All these pieces start to fall into place when you get surrounded by a community of support, which you will have at the Illuminate Fair. So I'm really excited to help all of you align with your calling, to discover what it is, and then know the exact tools to take to step forward into it.
That sounds awesome. It really does. That sounds amazing, because we have many beliefs, and they hold us back in so many ways. And we don't realize that they're running behind the scenes. So we'll get talked in and out of everything. We'll have a thought and they'll go, oh, no, I can't do that, or whatever, right? So it's really important that we step into that true purpose. Life becomes much different when you step into that true purpose.
It's so true. I love what you said, Kathy, because our ego mind is really tricky. It'll tell us all sorts of stories. Who here has ever had like a dream or a vision that you wanted to do something, whether it was lose weight or change your relationship or start a business? Who here's had that kind of vision? But then something happens to make you go, well, I can't do that thing because of this reason and this excuse. These are all things, you had the big vision for a reason, but then your small mind or your ego self comes in and says, I'm scared. I'm scared to make change. We actually fear change more than we fear death. Can you believe that? Like
Wow.
our minds are incredible. We fear change more than we fear death. So part of what we're going to be walking through at the Illuminate Fair is, how do we move through change? How do we recognize when our ego selves are retaliating and giving us perfect excuses, because it will give us the exact excuse it knows will take us out from actually making change and living our visions. So I'm really excited to move into that with all of you.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I think one of the biggest hurdles to overcome is that little voice that says, oh, do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. You'll get it done tomorrow. Or do it in the morning.
Oh,
Don't do it now.
That's the sneakiest one. It's like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. I'll start the diet on Monday. I'll start the exercise program on the 1st of the month, or whatever it is. And it's like, I love that you brought that out, Kathy, because I want to hear from the audience as well. Type in below, do you have that thing in you that says, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll get around to it when I have this and this and this in place? And it's like, we'll never have those things in place. There will always be something that comes up. Just get yourself to make some kind of movement. I remember years ago, I saw this little like badge that you could stick on, and it said, this is the round to it. It's a round and it's a to it. And I was like, what is that? It's a round to it. So when I get around to it, I'm going to start that program, or I'm going to start meditating every day. So I thought that was so cute. So you all have around to it now.
Yeah, we should be handing those out at Illuminate.
Totally. Like it starts now. When you hear a voice in your head that says, I'm going to start my meditation or my exercise program, or eating well, or having real conversations tomorrow, do it right now. Do not wait. As soon as the inspiration comes up, just count down, go 3, 2, 1, go. And like, step outside your door and go for a 3-minute walk. You will feel incredible. Like, don't set your goals so huge that they take you out, but I'm saying 3-minute walk, a 60-second meditation is something that gets you going without it being so big that you end up not doing it.
I think that's the other thing too, Elizabeth, is that we pile all these expectations of what we should do throughout the day, and we got to schedule it all in. And you're right. Little tiny steps make a huge difference. Yeah. And just start somewhere or anywhere.
Yeah, it's so true. It's the little things that make the biggest difference.
Yeah.
Not the big ones. Imagine if you wanted to get healthy by exercising. Would you go work out once a month for an hour? Would that give you better results? Or would working out, meaning getting some movement for 10 minutes a day, give you better results? I'm guessing we're all going to say, what is it? 10 minutes a day. Leah says we're in our own way most of the time. Leah, that's so true. Oh my gosh, I want to hear from the rest of you. So good. It looks like Kathy's a little bit frozen, but we're going to keep going. You know what I was thinking about in terms of getting ourselves moving was, do you ever have those times when you are thinking, hey, I want to get into an exercise practice or a meditation practice or whatever it is, a practice that's going to improve your life, and you don't want to do it? Let that voice in your head whine and complain, and actually say it out loud. Be like, I don't want to meditate. Like, give it total airtime to do the thing. I don't want to do it. But then pick your body up and move to your meditation cushion anyway. But I don't want to sit down. Like, let it have a voice like a little child, and you'll start to hear how cute and sweet and also silly it is. And it'll be like, I don't want to go for a walk, or I don't want to exercise. And as you're putting your shoes on, but I don't want to, as you're tying your shoes up, but I don't want to do it. Continue to do it as you give it that voice. But like, it's like you're dragging it out of the house. Like, it's a little sweet child that doesn't want to do it, but you're going to drag it anyway. And as soon as you start to do it, either the meditation, the yoga, the movement, that eating, drinking that green smoothie, all those things, as soon as you're doing it, you're like, I'm so glad I did this. I feel so good about myself. Like, now I'm meditating. Now I'm doing my spiritual practice. Now I'm being a better person. But sometimes you've got to drag that cute little child part of yourself, drag it right into it, and give it the time. Give it the time and the space. Yeah, the little one. What do you think of that, Kathy? She's a little frozen on
I think that's very truthful. And you're right. If you listen to that little voice, you're a little frozen on my screen there too. Oh, can I see you now? Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's just that the little voice that talks you in and out of things. So get a handle on that. Listen to it, and don't give it any energy. Do what you want to do and make it happen.
So true. Which is actually a great thing.
Yeah.
Are you all coming to the Illuminate Fair? Have you got your ticket yet? If that little voice is being like, well, I don't know, just get your ticket. Like, you all need to be there. You're watching this video for a reason. We're so excited to come together with you at the Illuminate Fair. Like, grab your tickets now. Oh, Wanda says hello. Hey, Wanda, have you got your ticket yet?
Hi, Wanda. Very simple to do. You just need to go to the Illuminate Psychic Fair. It's illuminateyourlife.ca, and the tickets are online, and it's really simple to get your ticket. But back to our keynote, which we're talking about today, as our keynote presenter. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. And if you haven't grabbed your tickets yet for this amazing event that's happening on January the 30th, I highly recommend you go and buy your tickets now. You are going to be so happy that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody's
very happy.
Gonna leave with,
so thanks, Elizabeth.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm excited for the audience to come and get filled up and to leave with really tangible tools that you can all use in your lives on a daily basis, to leave with a feeling of possibility and a feeling of I can do it, a feeling of courage, and also a knowing that you are connected to a tribe of incredible people. It's going to be an amazing weekend. The whole weekend is incredible. It's one of my favorite events to go to. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all there during the weekend and talking to lots of you and hearing all of your visions and your dreams for your life, and those of you who have businesses as well. It's going to be such an incredible weekend. And Kathy, I just want to say thank you again for all you do. You're an incredible leader.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. So Elizabeth is Illuminate Your Life, 7 Keys to Purpose, Passion, and Possibility. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
And
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you really soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. So we're going to bring on Colette Marie Stefan now. She is the guest keynote presenter, and she is so full of life and humor. Shift is going to happen. The truth is funny. So here she is, Colette Marie Stefan. Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Hello, Elizabeth, if you're still in the stratosphere. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, Kathy. I'm so excited about this fair.
Thank you.
You know, I at one of the fairs, one of my favorite stories was at, I was sharing, because when I speak, I identify and I eliminate hidden energetic blocks. And I'm highly trained in that for 15 years. This is how I've earned my living. So as I listen to people, I'm at the same time, I am tuning into the higher self network and I can feel the energy drops in people. So I'm the founder of The Truth is Funny, and I'm also the creative inspiration behind Tales from the Vector, which is a project that I've been working on for 13 years now, and I'm coming so close to being done. It's so exciting. And I also have the Truth is Funny radio show, which you're going to be on tomorrow. So we're going to switch roles.
That's really exciting and fun. That'll be, I'm so looking forward to it. It's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I was just going to say that what I love the most about the Psychic Fair is that the Illuminate is so, there is just so much beautiful energy there. The people that are at the booths, the people all around that come through, the speakers, everybody, it's like we're a big family, and everybody just wants, it's a psychic fair. So we understand that when people come through, I always let people know when they stop at my booth and they say, well, I'm not sure yet what I want to do. I say, walk through the whole place and see what you're attracted to. And then you can take it from there. And so it was 2 years ago, I think, that I was at the psychic fair speaking. And so when I speak, I'm actually energetically shifting people. That's my specialty. And so I'm going to share an affirmation for success that really works. And I'm going to explain to people why it is that we set these affirmations or these resolutions and they just, it doesn't happen. And so there's a lot of hidden weaknesses that are very common to everyone. And so about 80% of our general energetic weaknesses. So when I was 2 years ago at the fair, there was a young lady that came up because I usually bring people up and I energetically shift them. And she said, "I'm done with men." And I said, "How old are you?" And she said, 33. And I said, "You're not done with men." And what I was doing is, as I'm working, what I'm doing is tuning into the higher self network and seeing what really is bothering the person. And so, like, what the real weakness is, and it never, ever, ever is what you think it is. And then if you think about yourself as a binary computer, you're either energetically in alignment or you're out of alignment. And so when we think of ourselves as a biocomputer, that's what I'm using. Plug into the heart, feel, and then I can feel the drops in energy. And this young lady, it was so funny because I always get a baseline from people. I'll ask on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being like your 10 being like hair on fire, press the panic button, I'm freaking out, and 0 being, nope, I'm totally neutral, I've got this. So this young lady went from a 10 or she was at an 8 or something, and she went all the way down to 0. And the very next day, she's funny. She works at Nature's Fair here in Kelowna, and she literally had 6 men call her the next day. And she had so many, and she chose one, and she went out for a date. And last time I saw her, like 2 years later, they're still together. Now that's a good result.
That's a really awesome one to remember, Colette. That's so funny. Awesome.
And what I want to point out, though, I'm going to be sharing 3 energetic upgrades, as I said, and I'm going to make an affirmation, and I'm going to actually energetically tune into the entire crowd and recognize what is really going on for people and pull all the energy together so that everybody finds exactly what they want at the fair. And I'm going to share 3 energetic upgrades. One, my tales from the Vector. It is a series of 64 paintings, and they generally take me about a year, a half a year, sometimes 2 or 3 years, because the whole time I'm working with them, I'm energetically shifting energy. And so I've had these cards out now for about 4 years, and people are finding that they really work. So the first one that I want to mention is the generator, and that's going to be where I want to energetically tune in and make sure everybody is connected to source. And remember, you go inward for that. You are source. And then I'm also going to share an energetic upgrade that is for purpose, like devotion to your purpose. So many people, like, I have been so blessed. I've been, as I said, sharing this information for 15 years now. And I have been in Egypt, I've been in Europe, in Germany, and in England, and back and forth across Canada for many years doing 60 seminars, all the way from Vancouver to Ottawa. And so I am so blessed to be able to run into people, and people say to me, "I want to know what my purpose is." Do you guys want to know what your purpose is? I'll give you a little hint if you'd like. Your purpose is to be the best version of you. And that is what I love, how Elizabeth said, there's so many tools that we can use to do this. The other energetic upgrade that I want to share is going to be my card that I call attitude. You know, sometimes we think we have a money problem, or we have a finance problem, or we have a health problem, and it's really an attitude problem. So, and so I'm going to energetically shift these three things that I find generally really prevent people from having the courage to move into where they want to go and what they want to do. And also, you these energetic upgrades can be used for finances. I work with real estate agents, and so I had at one of my seminars, I had at one of my talks, I had some people. There was 6 people in the audience that wanted to either buy a house or sell it, and within 1 month, every single one of them did. And so I never know what's going to happen because the result belongs to you, to all of you. That I energetically tune in, and then I energetically shift it on that biocomputer, and the result, sometimes it's just amazing. I've worked with a lot of autistic children that are off their medications and are doing well in school. I've worked with a man one time that lost the use of his arm for 6 years, and he ended up after an hour consultation with me, came to my house. He started regaining the use of that arm, and for 6 years he had been to all the big medical places, etc. And his wife was pregnant with twins, and I said to him, you know, how are you going to hold 2 babies with one arm? And I felt him just like that. I can feel when people shift like that. He regained the use of his arm 3 months before the babies were born, and he now bench presses 350 pounds. So,
Wow.
and
That's the power of moving energy. Yeah, that's
mm-hmm.
fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. So you're going to be asking the audience to participate with your presentation on the 30th?
I would like for to do a group energy shift though, so that everybody gets to be part of
Perfect.
it, and we can, you know, have people put their hand up if they want to yell out a question in the audience or something, so long as you don't
They
mind
want
being on video.
something they want specifically to work
Yeah,
on,
I
something
would
that
like
they
to
feel
know.
is
I would like to know what the general group wants, and usually there's always one person in the audience that is exactly the right one. That you know, it's like we tend to have the same issues, and we tend to meet with the same people, you know, for reasons. And that's what I love
absolutely.
about that. I love that about Illuminate, and I love working the booth and talking to people, and then having them come back the next year and say, you can't believe what happened.
Yeah, that's very gratifying. That's so incredible. That's
Okay.
that's really amazing. Fantastic. Well, we're so excited that you're joining us as the support keynote presenter. So it's going to be such a great evening. Everybody's going to go home feeling incredible, more incredible as the night goes on, and that's going to be absolutely fabulous. Do you have anything else you want to share with that evening, or is there?
Oh, there's, you know, the 3 cards that I'm talking about. I'm going to put a special package together, and I'm going to have them at my booth table, and people can get them for half price. And see how I would love to get the feedback then from people and the reason they work is they're just imprinted with a lot of energetic shifts that are common for a specific problem. And I've had many, many people now, because I've had them out there for 3 years, say, oh my God, they work. Like I look at them and I feel better, or I look at them and I do get up, like Elizabeth said, and go for that walk.
Yeah, that's that little voice talking inside saying, no, you can't. Oh, no, go do that. Go do something else. For sure. So we need all the help we can get to get ourselves motivated and get moving and get doing. And because it's really action too that we need to do. It's wonderful to meditate and write down our goals, but we really do need to take that physical action to make things happen.
That's what
so.
I forgot to mention. I want to share is that what I'm going to energetically shift everybody to is I see the affirmation as you have to define what success is for you, and see I'm an artist, so I see very clear picture of I want this to go this way, and I have that. And if that's energetically strong, then I can take consistent steps of action towards my goals. And I love what Elizabeth said about that, about, you want to take consistent steps, like even if it's small steps. As soon as you take that one step, it makes you stronger to taking the next. And that's what I'm really going to energetically shift for people, is that every step they take in 2020 is going to be a stronger and stronger step. But you have to remember that if you just step like this, you're marching into life. And I name my program, I teach seminars, and I name them Call to Dance, because I've learned it's a lot more fun to dance through life.
That's awesome. That
So
free movement of the body, right? Makes you feel like you could really climb a mountain or do whatever. So that's lovely. That's fantastic. So you both have been talking about the physical body too. So it is way more than just energetic. It's encompassing all parts of us. So our physical, our emotional, mental, and of course our spiritual aspect of who we are, which is what the fair is about anyway. So that's fantastic. Very
I'm
excited.
so stoked. This is my favorite thing in the world to do, and have 4 whole days. Because when the beautiful thing about this is that when we have the energy starts building and building, and then you start, like, it's really funny. I find this at my seminars, because I'll have them at a conference, and people, when that energy gets like this, the hotel will be asking me, like, these people never want to leave. Everybody else is running out of the conference rooms at 5 o'clock, and I'm still going, we gotta,
I know the energy of the Capri Hotel really changes. We've had all the staff come up to us and say, "What's going on here? My goodness!" But you get that many creative, talented, loving, caring humans in one facility, and it just raises the energy. So incredible when you walk into it. It's like, whoa, what if I just stepped into it? It's so lovely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just to talk to people and, to see them go, aha, I get it.
We have somebody from Pure Heart Wellness that says, "Hi, Kathy. Have you got something you want to share with us? We'd love for you to write in the feed down below if you can. Just let us know if you've got any questions or just want to say hello." That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so this keynote presentation is going to be on the Thursday evening. The fair starts on the Friday evening, but we're having a special keynote presentation with Elizabeth and Colette, and it'll all be filmed. So you don't have to be concerned about gathering it all. You're going to be able to watch it over and over and over again. So how fun is that? And it also gives you a pass to the weekend fair. So you can come in, enjoy the keynote, spend some time with Elizabeth and Colette, and just have a great weekend. Oh,
it's going to be fun.
So much fun. So much fun. Thank you so much for joining us, Colette. And we'll look forward to seeing you really, really soon.
Yeah, well, you and I will see each other tomorrow
on
the Truth is Funny radio show. That's Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock a.m. And that's Pacific time. And we're going to talk some more about Illuminate. And I'm going to get to interview Kathy. And see, I've already interviewed Elizabeth on my show, but I'm going to interview Kathy. And I want to know how you are so inspired, because this event is incredible, and I understand how much time, energy it requires to put together something of this and have it be so immensely fun while you're doing it. Because,
yeah, thank you. I've had lots of help, and I'll share all of that tomorrow. I'll also give you a glimpse as why did I start this? I mean, there's following your heart, right? So thank you so much, and many blessings to all of you. 2020 is a beautiful decade, and I want you to step in with both feet. Maybe you want to dance your way into 2020, which is awesome with Colette. So thank you, Colette and Elizabeth, for being with us today, and we'll talk to you all really soon. Looking so forward to seeing all of you at Illuminate 2020. Psychic Fair and more, starting January 30th. For all the information, you can go to www.illuminateyourlife.ca. Get your tickets now. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Blessings to all of you.